Well, looks like Jim Schwartz is gone after 2020. Looks like Jim Schwartz is going to take the year off and probably is contemplating retirement. So the Eagles are going to be losing their defensive coordinator. This is a good thing. This is a bad thing. This is a bunch of things mixed in together. I don't think this is far off from what the Eagles need to do this offseason. I think this was one of many problems. I know Jim has had control over who plays on this roster. I don't think he's given a lot of players credit. I don't think he's given a lot of players chances, especially with this offseason we did have, especially at linebacker, especially what they did at corner. And look, at the end of the day, Howie Roseman is building this defense, and Jim Schwartz has to coach these guys. But I don't think Jim Schwartz has made some bad decisions during games. He's never changed some decisions. He was pretty much becoming Doug Peterson on defense and was literally defending Nathan Gary for weeks on his bad play. And us fans were really mad about that, okay? And there were just bad game plan decisions by Jim Schwartz. I think there's a coaching aspect to this that really wasn't in there. You get rid of Rasul Douglas. You get rid of, Sidney Jones, and you get rid of LJ Fort, a linebacker that really was working out here in the offseason, and you get rid of him and, signs a 4-year extension with the Ravens. I mean, did Jim Schwartz have any say in any of those signings? I have no idea. But this is the least of our worries, but I want to discuss what the Eagles could do here. Now, I would like to bring in some new blood into the system, but knowing the Eagles and what they do, they like promoting from within, which I hope that none of these really happen. I don't know if any of these are really going to work, but I want to go over some of the players or some of the coaches that could actually get into this position as the new defensive coordinator for the Eagles in 2021. Now, first, I want to talk about Matt Burke. Jim Schwartz's right-hand man. He's a defensive line coach right now, but he was a coordinator with Jim Schwartz in Detroit. He was the defensive coordinator for the Miami Dolphins for a couple years. And I know how the Miami Dolphins were. I think 2017, 2018, not a great team. And I don't know if this is going to be. I really hope this doesn't happen. I don't think Matt Burke fits the mold for becoming the DC for the Eagles. So I'm going to go just skip from right there. Now, the next I want to talk about is Mark Manuel. Okay, he is the DB's coach for the Philadelphia Eagles. Came as a defender. He's played a lot. He's been all over the place. I mean, he was a defensive coordinator for the Falcons during their Super Bowl year, especially on that comeback from the Patriots for a couple years. Obviously has been a DC and has built a defense very well. How much control he's had over the Falcons defense, I'm not really sure, but obviously this is just throwing this out there because he was a DC for a team for a couple years. So it would make sense, but is it my ultimate decision to put him as DC? Probably not. I think he's done a good job with these cornerbacks from what he's given. I think I've been the only the new coaching staffs I've actually liked this year. Aaron Moorhead with the wide receivers, Mark Manuel with the cornerbacks. I think I've liked that a lot. Next, obviously, this is going to be one where with a familiar face to it. That's Corey Unlin, that became the defensive coordinator for the Detroit Lions this year. Now, it sounds like Detroit has been pretty much cleaning house with the coaching staff. Matt Patricia, the GM, they could be releasing Corey Unlin as well. With Detroit, didn't really do a good job at all. Obviously, you see Detroit's record, and it stands for itself. Now, Corey Unlin, I thought he was a pretty good corner coach for what he was given. I didn't really mind him as a corner coach at all. I really didn't. But like I said, it's all about how much control did he have over this, over what he wanted in the cornerback room, and they really don't, because Howie Roseman. Like I said, this is the least of our problems for a defensive coordinator job, because at the end of the day, who's building this defense? It's Howie Roseman. So Corey Unlin coming back as a DC, as coming to the team, but not as a DB coach, but a DC. It could happen, but you never know. Or they could move Mark Manuel to DC and bring back Corey Unlin as a corner coach. I'm not really sure. Or do you go out and go get some new blood and maybe Dan Quinn, or I don't know who else is going to be free this year as a DC, but they should try to pry some new blood out of someone else's roster. Is the next person coming in here going to have control? Like I'm saying, control, because that's what's really important. I would really like someone that has a little bit more control over this defense instead of Howie Roseman. I think that's the biggest problem over all of this, because at the end of the day, who's building the defense? Who's building the offense? Who's putting these players in positions for these coaches to coach and win football games? It's the one man upstairs. So I think this is good news. I said to you guys, if Jim Schwartz left, I wouldn't care. I said, a change was definitely going to be needed. I'm tired of this picket fence defense being cautious. I'm tired of having no corners by the end of the year. I'm tired of having these Super Bowl has-beens back in this defense and not doing anything. Obviously, the only signing I would see us really doing this year is Rodney McLeod coming back for at least a year. I just see that happening because I don't think he wants to play anywhere else. But really, other than that, it's going to be a new era for this defense, and I don't know if they're going to be switching schemes or whatnot, so I'm not really sure about that either. But let me know what you guys think about Jim Schwartz. Not going to be here anymore. This is it for Jim Schwartz. It's it. I can't believe it's happening. So this is the first of many changes, but this is the least of our worries right now. So leave a comment in the comment section below what you guys think, and I will see you guys later. Shake Squad up. Fly, I'll fly. Peace out, guys. Peace.